So a couple of years before I fell pregnant with Emily, I was really stressed at work, I was feeling really low, so I kind of thought something's not right here, so I went to my GP and had a chat about my mental health, and it was the first time I'd really been diagnosed with depression, and actually it was the best thing I could have done. We had a couple of scares quite early on in the pregnancy where we thought we'd lost Emily. Most midwives were absolutely brilliant, but there was one midwife who just said, "Oh, if you're miscarrying, just have a paracetamol and wait for it to happen." And it made me feel really anxious, and then for the rest of the pregnancy I just had that background of anxiety, thinking maybe this won't work, maybe things won't be happy at the end, and maybe we won't have a baby. Being a new mum was initially absolutely amazing, and then a few days later it kind of hit me. Being a new mum was really stressful, and I just didn't connect with Emily as how I thought I would. I really struggled to keep things going, and really struggled to be me, and really struggled to connect with Emily, and kind of closed myself off a little bit.
I felt that we weren't, in those first couple of weeks when it was hard, the family unit that I wanted us to be. So much of the care before birth was all about the birth itself, and there was very, very little about the first week, the first 2 weeks, and what that would be like. And
it got to the point where Emily was trying to feed constantly, and it was just the pain. I couldn't deal with the pain. So my midwife organised for one of the maternity support workers to come and visit us at home, and she was brilliant. She spent a good couple of hours with us just practising, getting latch, making sure I was in a comfortable position, making sure I was relaxed, making sure that there was no judgment. That actually one night we'd fed her formula just to make sure that she wasn't dehydrated, that we'd done the right thing. But just after that couple of hours with the support worker, just made me feel so much better and more confident to go, okay, we can do this. And then we ended up breastfeeding until she was 16 months in the end. We managed to really get over that hill, and because of that support, we were able to keep going. So when I noticed that I needed to get help, because I'd been to the GP before I was pregnant, I felt really able to go back, and she made me feel so comfortable. She talked to me in real terms, she made me feel like I was a human. So as part of that, we decided that I would try medication. So I was only on it for a couple of months, and I was only on the weakest dose, but to me that made a massive difference, and it gave me the motivation to be able to think, my doctor is a safe place to go and talk about it. It's not somewhere where I'm going to get judged. It's not somewhere where they're going to tell me that I'm doing a rubbish job as a parent. It's part of a bigger conversation, and they talk about everything, not just that. And if you don't want it, you don't have to have it. There was no pressure to. I would love for other mums to be able to see that actually it's not a negative thing to go to your doctor and talk about your mental health, that actually some of that stigma gets taken away. There's so much pressure out there. You compare yourself to a lot of people, and actually you really don't need to. And whatever you do, I just really hope that if someone's out there who needs help, will just go and ask, and know that it's safe to ask.